So to make a plain loop, I've threaded my bead onto a head pin. I'm going to come in with my round nose pliers, and I want to make a fairly small loop. This is a reasonably small bead. I don't want to create a large loop, which I would do if I was to create the loop right down near the handle. And I don't want to create an absolutely tiny loop, so I don't want to do it right at the end. I'm looking for something I know on these pliers, which are the Beadsmith professional pliers. I need to be about a quarter to a third of the way from the tips. I also want to leave a gap between the bottom of the pliers and the top of the bead, so I can see some bare wire. And we're always going to be either moving the pliers or this tail of wire. We're not going to be moving this bead. He's just going to be fairly static. So to begin, I'm going to create a bend in the wire. So I'm going to be moving the pliers. If you hold on to the bead just to keep him still, I'm going to rotate my pliers a quarter of a turn away from myself. Like that. And then I'm going to bring this tail, and I'm going to use my finger to bend it right, quite tightly, over the top of the pliers, down, until it's just about touching the side of the bead, but no more. Now at the moment I've got something that's beginning to look like a loop, but I need to complete it. But this bottom jaw is kind of in the way. So what I'm going to do is very gently, I'm going to release my grip on the pliers so that I can rotate the pliers. I'm not bending any wire here, just repositioning my pliers so that I've got a gap between the bottom of the pliers and the bead again. This just means I can take this tail and I can bend it round. And all I'm doing is bending it enough so that I've created a loop. And obviously I've got a bit of an excess, got a tail there. So I'm just going to come in with my cutters. And I'm going to go as near as I can on the inside, holding onto that tail so it doesn't go flying across the room, and make a cut. And that's how to make a loop. So now we've got a complete loop, but it is ever so slightly open, which you may want. You may want to be added to add this onto a fishhook or a necklace, but if you did want to close that loop, you want to come in with a pair of chain nose pliers and twist it closed just as you would a jump ring. So we're just doing a twisting action to close my plain loop.